Okay. So we discussed about what is ETL and all. Okay, what is data warehousing? Okay, why we need data warehousing? We understood. And what is ETL? We understood. What is ETL means what? Extract, transform, and what? Load. Extract, transform, and load. So while discussing this one, this is what we discussed. Okay, we discussed. If you go back and see, okay, yeah. If you go back and see, this is what we discussed. The small one is what? OLTP. The big one is what? OLAP. So here it will have small database. Here it's a big database. Okay. Big database means it's not a big data. It's a database size will be bigger with respect to what? Storage, with respect to what resources. Okay. That is about what? OLAP. Okay. That is called data warehouse. That means where it have what? Many years of data will be there. So taking data from here and loading here, taking data from here and loading here. That concept is called which one? ETL. Which concept? ETL. So take data from source and put into what? Target. Target is the data warehousing. That process is called ETL. Okay, extract, transform is nothing but here this credit card is there in uppercase, but while storing into data warehousing you are storing in what lower case. Okay, like that you'll be applying a transformation logics that we call what transform, and load into what it will be keeping what data warehousing. This process is called ETL. So when you're doing this ETL, okay, we have one concept to call full load, incremental load. Okay, full load, incremental load. Okay, what is full load? What is full load? Is nothing but I am going to cover with the example. With the example, go back and see here. Go back and see here. Okay, we'll go step by step. Let's see. So what is full load? Is nothing but let's say let's say this is your order table. This is your order table. That is nothing but where you're placing an order in a Flipkart or Amazon, okay, or Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit. You're going and placing an order. Whenever you're placing an order, your order will go and store into this table. This table is live to the business, is live to the business. That table is called OLTP data table, or this database is called OLTP database, and this table which is there inside the table is called which one? Which is live to the business, or which is a OLTP table. It's operational table. What is going to store is nothing but this is a OLTP data, okay, that stores individual transactions. Whenever you go and do something, that will be what one transaction. You are going to blink it and you will say I want the curd packet, milk packet, in next 10 minutes they will deliver. That will be what one transaction. You will go to near what you can say kirana shop, you will buy 10 rupees chocolate, you will do phone pay. That will be what one transaction. That will be what one transaction. Okay, so whatever we will be doing in our day to day, okay, that will be what one transaction. One transaction. The data, if you're storing somewhere, the data if you're storing somewhere, obviously your banks, okay, your retail, whatever you're following, like a Flipkart, Amazon, Blinkit, whatever I said, that will be stored somewhere. That is called OLTP database, and that data is called OLTP data. OLTP data. Now, this data, we have to keep it here. We have to keep it here. While putting the data from here to here in ETL and all, we will be implementing one technique called staging layer. Which layer? Staging layer. Okay. Whatever data is there, you take here and keep into one temporary area, okay, or one temporary table that is called staging table. Which table we call? Staging. Staging, we can say order underscore stage. Order underscore stage. Like that, we will be creating one stage table. That is nothing but why we need this one, Arjun. whatever data is there, directly don't keep in the what the target table or final table. So take data from the source and go and keep into one temporary area or staging area. Okay, we call it data warehousing process. We will be creating one staging area. Staging area. What will happen is whatever data is there, like let's say today, now at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, okay, my job will start. My job will start. I will go and extract order data from OLTP database, and I'll be keeping what? My staging table. My staging table. Okay. Now this table we call what staging. Okay. You took everything and kept here. Now from here, you'll be taking the data, and you'll be loading into, you'll be loading into which one? The final target table you'll be loading. Target table will be loading. Okay. So this is called which one? Data warehousing table. Here, if you see, whatever it is there, you are not loading exactly. You are not loading exactly. Okay. Here, the date key, whatever we got, okay, this one, order date one, it is stored as what date key, okay, like a 2024-01-01, okay, 2024-02, the format I changed. Same way, the quantity is there, price is there, but here I kept directly into what? Revenue. These things we call it as a transformation logics. Which logics? Transformations. In the source, I'm having OLTP data, I'm having order data in a date, month, year format. But here, I don't want in that one year, month, date format I need. Okay, there I'm getting a quantity and price separately. But here I want to get as what? Quantity and raw revenue I want to get. And the last updated column I'm having in the source, but I don't need in the target. Whatever it is, that we call it as what? Transformation logic. Transformation logic. So this data is now ready for which one? Analytical purpose. Analytical purpose means what? My Power BI team, okay, or Tableau team, they want to generate any reports. So then this data they can use and generate a reports. Okay, or on top of that, still I can go and create a data marts aggregate table. That now I can do. But whatever it is, getting data from the source like this entries will be coming whenever user do any actions, okay, or whenever you do some business, that we call it transaction. That data will be coming into OLTP database. That will be keeping in the data warehousing. But before keeping, we will be keeping in what? Some temporary area or staging area. Okay, that is called stage table. Then from there, you will take the data, you will apply the transformation logic from stage, you will apply transformation logic and will be loading it to what? Final table. This process is called ETL. And if you closely observe here, whatever data is there, everything you took, everything you took from the source and kept into the staging and loaded or processed into what? Final target table. This process is called full load. This process is called which load? Full load we call. What do we full load? Take data, whatever is there, everything you take from the source. That concept is called full load. That concept is called which one? Full load. Hope you understood, okay, ETL, and you understood about what? Full load. Now, what do you mean by incremental load, Arjun? What do you mean by incremental load? I understood what by full load. That is nothing but, okay, the incremental load is nothing but, let's say this is like a today, this is yesterday. Okay, this is yesterday is over. Yesterday I took this data and loaded. Like let's say date, yes, I kept a 2024 date can be anything, leave it. Last update 2024. Now, after yesterday's load is completed, yesterday is the 5th, okay, January you can consider. Now, today is what? 6th January. Compared to yesterday in the source, 5 rows were there, okay. Now, what happened today, when my job is running, I noticed one more order they received extra. One more order they received extra. Now, what we'll be taking as part of the ETL technique is We will not be taking again all the data. If it is coming always like this, that is called what? Full load. That's called which one? Full load. But full load will be happening only once. Only once. After that, whenever our job run, we will be taking only incremental data. Which data? Incremental. Incremental is nothing but what? Okay. Only the new record, whichever it came after our previous load is completed. After our previous load is completed, whatever new data came, that alone will be taking, that alone will be processed, that alone will be processed. That concept is called incremental load. Which concept? Incremental load we call. Okay, so usually in a data warehousing, in the will be mentioning or will be having okay, implemented full load, implemented what incremental loads by using PySpark, by using Azure Data Factory, okay, by using PL SQL, whatever it is. The meaning is this one. Full load means one time load you can consider. Full time load only we can call it as a one time load also. One time is nothing but what? Whatever data is there, everything you take it. After that, our next job will be taking only which one? Incremental one. Which one? Incremental one. Based upon the project requirement, based upon the which table or which inputs or which source you'll be implementing completely every time full load also, completely every time what okay, incremental load also. Okay, sometimes now you understood ETL, full load, incremental load, you understood. Now I am telling you, Arjun, what is this table, Arjun? Why we need this table, Arjun? Directly can take from here and put it here, right? Why we need this one? Okay, why we need this one? If you are taking data from here and if you are applying this transformation logic, the transformation logics and each and everything has to execute through internet. That will cause what? More IO cycles are through internet. You are applying the transformation logic and all. That will cause a performance issues. That will cause a performance issues. So what will happen in a real time is nothing but okay. Let's say this is your okay. This is your data warehousing database. Okay, so here you will be having okay, order underscore stage, which will have obviously some columns and rows, and which will be having a order underscore target. It will be there. Now this will be your OLTP database. This will be your OLTP database. Okay, here it will be their order table. Here will be their order table. Now, usually what will happen is this order table, okay, will be in a OLTP database. That means it will have some IP address. That is nothing but it's a separate server where your OLTP data will be stored. That will be separate server. Now, here your data warehousing, it will be there, okay, separate mission or separate server, it will be there. Okay, now take data from here, from this network directly. That is called what? Raw data. Take from here as it is. I'm going to okay. I will go to source. Whatever it is there as it is data, I will go and get and keep in which one? Your order stage. This is called raw data. This is called raw data, or okay, as it is data, whatever it is there in a source. Whatever there in a source, we'll be keeping in a staging. Because of this one, what will happen, Arjun? When I'm going through network from this one to this one, I'm just taking and dumping it here. I am not doing any validations. I'm not doing any transformations. I'm not doing. Because of that one, the load will be faster. But while taking from here and loading it to target, here I'm going to apply, okay, transformation logics, I'm going to apply, okay, validations, etc. I'm going to do. So those things are going to happen in the same network. So the latency or network speed, whatever it is, compared to here, it will be better. That's why people will be following which one? Staging technique. Which technique? Staging. In the real time, the stage table, the temporary table, we will create the purpose of this one is this one. And another one is, if you take from here and directly load here, we will be missing what is the actual data. That also will be missing. Okay. That's why first people will be keeping here. Then it be loading here. One of the thing is performance technique. That's why people will be creating which table? Stage table. Which table? Stage. With this, you understood four things very clearly again. What is ETL? Okay. What is full load? Full load. Okay. What is incremental load? Incremental load. Okay. And why stage table is required? Why stage table is required? Now I am telling you why we have to remove all the data from stage table daily, okay, or every load. Arjun, what does that mean? If you go back and see here, what I said here, this is source data, this is the target table, but here I kept a 5 rows when the job ran yesterday. But before running today's job, I should remove this data, whatever it is there here. Whatever it is there here. Okay. Why we should remove? Because I'll be taking only incremental data. Then this data, if it is there again, that means what? 5 rows plus this row, again it becomes 6 rows. That should not be there. That should not be there. That's why before every new load, we usually truncate this table. Truncate this table. It stores raw data before applying any transformation logics. That is called which table? Stage table. And that is called which table? Temporary table also people will call. That's why the stage table data every time we will truncate and load. Will truncate and load. Why? Because I don't need the yesterday data, what we processed till my yesterday's load is completed. I need that one. I need that one. But once my load is completed, when I'm starting the new load, then I don't need yesterday's data. So obviously we will be truncating the stage table. Truncating the stage table. If you're not truncating, then your stage table will have what? Yesterday's data also. That will cause what? Some issues. That will cause what? Some issues. I hope you understood what I wanted to say. From this, again you take, as I mentioned, we'll be creating this kind of thing. This is called final aggregate table. These tables will be used for which purpose? Reporting purpose. That you leave it, but till data warehousing I covered. Okay, that other one here it will be there. No, not John. I wanted to see total laptops, how much we sold, what is the revenue, total of phones, how much we sold, what is the revenue. This is the one which any reporting team will be developed reports, and the final customer wanted to see like this kind of reports. Okay, from here we'll be applying which one? Aggregate logic. This we call aggregate tables. Okay, let's see. I hope you understood what I wanted to say about all these things. Okay, let me. Okay. Hope you are very clear. Okay. Let's proceed the next thing.